5 months ago, this man took on vampires with an axe. Now he shall take on the Oscars with his words. Hope you guys don't mind if I don my Union cap. But anyway, Lincoln, which is directed by Steven Spielberg, who's probably one of the greatest directors in cinema history of all time. Anyway, the story of Lincoln follows the events leading up to Lincoln trying to sign the 13th Amendment, which would abolish slavery. The only problem is he's trying to also achieve peace with the Confederate South, and the way that Congress and the political parties at that time see it is that he can only do one. You can either just abolish slavery, risk a longer war, which he's trying to end, or he can accept slavery and make peace with the South, which is what the South wants. But he doesn't want to compromise. He wants to end this whole thing with slavery, and that will allow him the power and motivation to end the Civil War. Now, I would just like to say right now that Steven Spielberg did an amazing job with this film. Every single inch of it, every single frame is filmed to, in my personal opinion, absolute perfection. It's beautifully shot, and you are actually transformed into this world, which would be like the way America was back during the Civil War days. And you also get to see exactly how American politics and Congress worked back then. And the amazing thing is that nothing's really changed in almost 200 years, so that's kind of a throwback. Another thing I would also like to say is that Daniel Day-Lewis's portrayal of Abraham Lincoln is unquestionably the best performance I have seen by an actor. I don't know how long. It is just because he doesn't act like Lincoln; he simply embodies Lincoln. And I have not seen an actor embody a character so well since Jamie Foxx portrayed Ray Charles in the movie Ray. Now, on a personal note, Lincoln is my favorite president of all time, and if it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't even have such iconic African Americans such as Martin Luther King or Barack Obama. Hell, even I probably wouldn't be here doing this if it weren't for Lincoln. So this movie had personal significance. Now, I will say this movie is not for everyone because this is a dialogue-heavy film. It runs probably a little bit more than 2.5 hours, and it is mainly nothing but talking. But it goes on so many personal issues involving what Lincoln was dealing with in Congress and in his personal life, and it really pulls on your heartstrings, and you feel more for this great man. Now, for those of you out there who are expecting a heavy Civil War battle-like with tons of action scenes, this is not the movie for you. It is strictly telling you the backstory to the war itself. The war is important, but this shows you what was going on behind the scenes and why it is equally as important as the battles themselves. There are a couple of speeches done in this movie by Tommy Lee Jones, which are definitely the most memorable speeches that I'm going to remember this year, and I believe that this is going to be my personal favorite for the Oscar seasons. Daniel Day-Lewis deserves an Oscar, Tommy Lee Jones deserves, like, Best Supporting Role Oscar, and Steven Spielberg deserves Director of the Year Oscar, and this movie deserves, like, Movie of the Year Oscar. This is just Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. This is going to be my vote. If I could vote, I would vote this to win nothing but Oscars on every level, because I absolutely loved everything about this film. Absolutely no complaints. However, it just does tend to drag out a little long during the end, especially if you're someone like me and you know where the story of Lincoln will lead up to. They do kind of drag it along, so they could have taken some time off it. But that's my only real gripe, which is why I'm happy to give and proud to give Steven Spielberg's Lincoln a 9.5 out of 10. This movie is definitely going to be high on my top 10 movies list of 2012. And if you like this movie review, please like, comment down below, and subscribe at top. Keep track of me and my future movie reviews. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.